Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Fierce Female Friday, January 28th, and welcome to an all-new episode of Style by Stevie. Now, joining me today, we have a fresh new face, new up-and-coming artist, singer, and songwriter, and he's also an actor as well, too. Joining me today, Fashion Dolls, we have Deontae Q. Vaughn, who is also a part of the film He Say, She Say with Nelson Davis, who I had on my show previously. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Today's look, I wanted to go for something more subtle yet dramatic. So let me share this live. Make sure you guys share this live, TGIF, if you are just joining. So let me go ahead and share this with him so that we can get right into this interview. Then afterwards, we have the one, the only Mr. Mark Nelson from the group As Yet and Boys to Men. He is going to be here with us at 4 p.m. I just got through speaking with him. I hope you guys all are doing well today, having an excellent Friday. Shout outs to the glam team, makeup artist Melanie Nalamai Bridges for making sure that I'm right each and every day, because you guys know I did not come on here half stepping. All right, so without further ado, let's welcome my very special guest, Deontae Q. Vaughn.
Hola.
Hello, hello,
Hola,
¿cómo está?
muy bien. Muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Yes, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing
Muy
excellent. Yourself?
excelente. Yes, I'm doing great. Appreciate you. I want to first say thank you for having me on here too.
You are so welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to my
Hey.
dollhouse.
Dope.
All right, Fashion Dolls, let's get right into this interview. So, we're now in 2022. I ask all my guests this because I'm just curious to know, is there something that you had planned in 2021 that you now accomplish in the new year of 2022, like manifestation, anything? Because I'm a firm believer. I
Hmm.
plan vision boards and
Most
everything.
definitely. Dope. So, as a visionary, then you already know how it goes. The moment you kind of cook it or see it, or even co-create with others, then it's already done. For me, it's done. I don't necessarily need to see it fully, have to touch it in a tangible aspect to make it come into fruition. However, I think not even just 2021, we talking like 2020, 2019 type stuff that's still rolling. And vision board, I haven't created a vision board in a couple of years too, and I just said I needed to. um and then I said no, I don't, because therefore I just, that may slow me down by actually sitting there and doing that. Now I've already done that before. It's just keep producing and keep cooking, keep co-creating and keep going. So yes, it's a lot of different things that's coming out. And that's another thing. As a visionary, as a creator, you know that it's a process as well. So once everybody else see it, it's kind of late. So yes, it's definitely things in the works.
Okay, okay. And you're a fresh new face too. So for those of you who don't know, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and how you got into because you're also a songwriter as well too, and an actor. So tell us
Hmm.
how you got introduced to the industry.
As far as acting, this goes back to just doing things in church at an early age, and definitely being family oriented and just being downstairs and my sister putting on like a whole show, like a one woman show of that nature. So just been doing that ever since I've been young. But I'm recently moved here, 10, 11 years down to Atlanta to actually pursue, to dig deeper into doing it. I see you too. I'm talking to my baby. She's so silly. But so as far as just actually pursuing, it's been about 10 plus years, a little bit down since I've been in Atlanta. As far as songwriting, I've been cooking since washing dishes. That's what I call jugging, just creating and having fun, doing what you love to do 24/7. So I've been jugging. I can remember since I've been doing chores to pass time by. And my brother, he used to rap a lot, so that kind of had me around it. I actually have a talented family across the board, like just reaching their roots. Like Roger Troutman is my cousin. So yeah, right. So it's just I have a lot of talented family, but at the end of the day, I can only do what I do, and how I do it. So that's what I'm tapping into or staying tapped in with now.
Okay, okay. So you said talent runs in your family.
Most definitely.
So, you know, you've done a lot of plays and things growing up, coming up. What was mama's first reaction to seeing you in the film? Because this film is a little bit,
The first
we're going to
reaction,
jump right into it.
no,
Yes,
the
we say what she
initial,
said.
my mama, the same reaction now. Like that's my biggest critic slash fan, I guess. But she be on my head and she don't hold back at all. So the first initial
Mhm.
reaction with her, since it was a church play, she was probably in the back, like or as a kid, I forgot some lines. I walked around the table at a church play for like 10, 15 times. So she was the one that she's gonna be like, what is he doing, or trying to feed me the lines to keep it going. So that was her initial reaction there.
Okay, okay. So, who are some of your favorite actors and actresses and singers and songwriters? Who would you like to work with in the future? We're now in a new year, a whole new vision, a whole
Hmm.
new
I
mindset.
would love to go back home to Indiana and get some work done and do things like with of course it was funny that you had mentioned the next fellow on that he cooked up with Babyface. So yeah, definitely somebody like Babyface. Just a lot of people from Indiana that I would love to connect with and do a project with. You talking Vivica Fox, Mike Epps. I love to get my sister back on screen doing something. And then everybody that I met through college and over the years, you know, to kind of connect and do things behind the scenes from pre-production, post, everything. You know, the whole 9 yard. No, that
Okay, okay. It's been difficult for a lot of us out here to get out here and do the things that we want to do, like
for sure.
concerts, meet and greets,
Hmm.
film appearances, things like that with this pandemic and the shutdown. What was your first reaction? Because it took everybody by surprise. Like we were not expecting this to happen.
Hmm.
And all of the content creators, all of visualists out here had to just put everything on pause
Hmm.
to kind of just be like, okay, well, what do we do now?
I think that was a perfect time for me to kind of sit down and create and co-create to jug like just like we're on the show now live virtual, you know, a lot of things within the industry. Of course you have self tapes if we're even talking that area or that realm, but as far as creating, as a creative you can't really not stop creating, and especially during those times that was a time for me to really jug, linking up with different artists through FaceTime, talking to different producers, just things of that nature. Co-writing films, doing things. I have a Unordinary Love is a short film that's doing very well in the film festival circuit right now across the world. London, Australia, a few things in the UK, a few places, India, Vancouver, just different spots and different film festivals. So I'm co-creating even with those talented individuals of Curtis and Amanda. You know, those are my people. So we're just jugging. Like that's what I call jugging, creating, especially during that time of the pandemic. It's really whatever you make it. Honestly, you know, you can sit there and be sad about it and harp and weep and cry about it, or just create.
Exactly. And I hate that this had to happen for everybody to kind of pull out and show all of their creativity and just get the creative juices flowing because everybody has it just within
Hmm.
that. So when for you, when you're on set, what's the first thing that's running through your mind? Like, is this real? Like, can this be like, wow, I made it? What's running through your mind when you're on set?
Not necessarily made it. I feel like we're all successful. Again, if you're really pursuing and doing what you love to do 24/7, there's really no amount of money that can amount to something that make you feel that way. For me, so and that's why I say jug 24/7. So that's why I and you say actor slash songwriter, but it can go further down the line as whatever you say, whatever you personally say that you are, whatever you want to do. It's just about doing it. Even education, like you don't even have to go to school to go get a degree or a certification to do certain things. You know, you can actually just pursue it and get that experience to actually do what you want to do or what you say you are. It's just alignment. My apologies.
Absolutely.
What did you did? What was that initial question? My bad. I just started going on.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, was it real for you when you
Oh
were on
yeah.
set? Like, when most people get on set, they get
Mhm.
most actors you would not believe. They say, okay, sometimes I get nervous as well too.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
what was running through your
So I
mind
tell
when
you a
you're on
dope
set?
time
Like,
being on set of Atlanta, shooting with that show. I was in episode 203, Moneybag Shawty with Donald Glover, and my scene was with all three of them. So, well, I call him Gambino because that's what I know him of. So, just being on set, not necessarily in awe of them, although they're all dope spirits. It's more so when they were sitting there and I believe it was one of the producers was just calling out all of the accolades and awards that they had shot, because I believe our season or the time that we filmed was the very first day of shooting for season two. And so when they're coming back from having a huge successful season one, and winning all of those different awards, great job. But at the same time, it's like that's dope. But that's what they did, just to be in that energy was amazing. But it's all alignment. Again, I have to appreciate everything. You gotta say it's like being balanced for me. You can't get too high on the high. You can't fall too high on the highs, or you can't get down too low on the lows. And that's when, whether you're thinking about it or somebody's putting your high on you or putting your low on you as well. So just maintain a balance.
absolutely. And speaking of balance, because you've mentioned your daughter over there, how
Hmm.
do you balance it out with being a dad and being an artist and an actor? Because I know it's difficult being away from the kids
Hmm.
on set and
Hmm.
everything, and with this thing going on. So how do you balance? How do you make time, with family and doing on set? Because it's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
it is. It's just having a team, and then it's about what project and who's ahead of it too. Because when you have dope individuals like Shamia Morton. When she was, well, I think her last name was Mwanga. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm a butcher. My bad, Shamia. But when I was doing something on her project, it was more so like, oh, you got your baby? No, it's cool. Just bring her with you or whatever. So stuff like that. When you're with certain teams or certain people of that nature, then it's all love. It kind of collides, and it collides not only on film or being on set, but definitely at home. I'm constantly talking to producers or constantly running through beats. Shout out to my man's Carlito, sent me a nice pack now. He sent me like a whole load of beats. DJ Chosen One, everybody that's connected within the music industry, Burner, Tone the Goat. Tone always say it ain't real unless you unless you name drop them. That's hilarious. But so they're always, my daughter's already, my youngest one, she's one, my oldest, she's four. They're already like listening to beats and and just creating, and they're singing along and they're doing things at this young age. So my oldest daughter, she's been around with me on set for acting and things of that nature. She sees it. She wants to be a part of it too. So that kind of makes it even easier for me to allow dope products or dope businesses collide with my family, So now I can kind of create at home with them as well as being out in the field too if I'm not around them. So it intertwines for me.
Okay, okay. So you said they already been on set with you. When it's
Hmm.
that time when they become teenagers, young women, and they say, "Okay, Dad, this is something that I really, really want to pursue. I've got a casting call I have to go to, and all of these things, or a
Hmm.
table read." What is going to be your first response?
Well, it's not even. I mean, that's already happening now. I feel like with my oldest, because she's so interested in doing things like, okay, Dad, well, let's do this or whatever. So it's so much things. Like even during the pandemic, is okay, guys. Today we're gonna go paint. Come on, guys, come follow me. So certain things like that. Like no, that's a video to throw up on YouTube or so. Let her have her own lane. We got painting videos, her skating, gymnastics, so just different things, putting puzzles together. Of course, dancing. We're always throwing some party at home, dancing and having fun, just at here with each other. So that's all it is.
Okay, okay. So with everything that's going on, I'm big on mental health, and I'm just curious to know. How do you protect your energy? Because there's a lot of craziness. For a lot of us, it's difficult being
Hey,
away from our families, but you make the time to balance it out, and I commend you for that. You're an amazing father.
mm-hmm.
And most celebrities, they struggle with that. I remember Candy on one episode of The
She's dope.
Housewives.
Shout out to
Um,
her. Let me co-create with
yes.
her. Look, let me jump with her. Go ahead, my bad.
I'm using Candy as an
Mm-hmm.
example because she's a businesswoman. She has the restaurant, she has her
Right.
cosmetics
Dope.
company, she has all of
Guru.
these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is a woman with many hats.
Mm-hmm.
It was one scene on The Housewives where she was away from Baby Ace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Baby Ace, oh yeah, Baby Ace was crying. And it was him and Todd right there, and Candy was on the screen. They were FaceTime, and Candy was doing an event for one of the restaurants. So it's difficult being separated away from
Yes,
your
ma'am.
family.
What was
And
that?
I'm big on family values. So that's why I had to ask. My question for you is, how do you find peace? How do you balance your mental health? How do you find
Hey.
stability? Because it's difficult for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Staying tapped with the Most High first and foremost.
Oh,
Doing other things of that nature. Meditation. I meditate heavy. Like I love it. Different vibes, different frequencies, energy. Even when my babies are asleep, I have different tunes spreading. I have one phone playing above their heads. Maybe a 777 frequency or just different grooves, different methods. Definitely prayer, family. Family is uh, a great portion of my life, and help. They help keep me grounded, and they help elevate me as well. Because again, I mean, I'm not saying like this life is glamorous or not like that, but at the end of the day, you have to enjoy it 24/7 and enjoy what you do 24/7. You don't necessarily need any monetary value or accolades or anything of that nature to enjoy what you do, to love life 24/7. Definitely meditating though, meditating, family, and God, the Most High, so who controls all. So that's it, really.
and you're getting so much love in the comments. They love
Hey,
you.
I'm
I
about to
don't know
run
what it
through
is.
it.
They
Am I
love
turned to
you.
the
It's
side?
so, yep.
Look, y'all know this is my first time live. uh,
Better. Now you're sitting up. Sprolola says he is humble and kind. Absolutely. And I'm big on
UK.
energy.
Big
I'm a
shout out to
Scorpio.
the
So
UK. He said
yeah,
Scorpio.
I'm
Hmm.
big on energy. I'm big on energy. 100%.
Hey,
Ricky Tree,
Amanda,
all of you.
family.
And Mark Nelson,
Ricky
who's coming
Tyree,
up next.
family. Dope director.
Yes. So
KD,
it's
Smooth and Groove. Shout out to you, but big homie, I see you, bro. Killing. He over there doing work on Revolt and Target, all that. He's dope. Oh, let me turn it.
so all right, before we get into our games, fashion dolls, my next question for you is, what is next for Deontay in the future? Because I see so much more. You've mentioned people you'd love to collaborate with
Hmm.
in music. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure there's going to be more acting.
Hmm.
Could we possibly see directing and
Oh
producing
yeah,
behind the scenes?
most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
That's what we're in the works doing. Co-creating right now with just different teams. That's what it is. It's about team, and it's. I feel like I've been down here within the last 10 years doing different things. I have notebooks and pads full of different ideas, content, scripts, songs, short films, features, whatever, but I can't do all of that myself, and nor do I want to keep trying. So I'm huge on just connecting with the right people, and energy is contagious and transferable. So when you get the right squad around doing the different things that everybody love to do, that's the most magical thing to do, to partake in.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, definitely
All right.
directing all of that, directing, producing, co-producing. You know.
Thank you, Misha. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. I tried. Uh-oh, we lost Dante. Deontay. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Please forgive me. Amazing actor. I know, right? He did an excellent job in He Say, She Say. I'm going to add Deontay back. All right, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I tried. I tried. You know, I'm not Whitney Williams or oops, Tasha K. I shouldn't have said that. Let me see.
Appreciate it. My
Bad girl. I
apologies.
shouldn't have said that. All right. But he's a humble soul, yes. And I invite people on this platform who have something going. I'm all about passion. And when you follow your heart's passions and desires, I'm definitely here for it.
Hey,
100%.
dope.
It's all about that. And I'm a firm believer, again, in manifestation, what you put out there in the universe, as Deontae mentioned, because I'm also a firm believer of God.
Mm-hmm.
This year, my mom told me she told me this. This is what my mom told me because she's a Libra.
Mm-hmm.
She
You
said,
big on horoscopes, I
never
see.
get too big.
Mm-hmm.
Never get too
Mm-hmm.
big to forget where you are to know that God has put you here.
Mm.
You have a purpose, you have a platform. Don't ever let anyone or anything maneuver that God has put all of these blessings in your life. And I'm a
Major.
firm believer of abundance. It wouldn't be possible without him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Major. Major. Yeah. Respect to moms.
All right. All right, fashion dolls. It is time to get into these games. And then I'm going to take some questions from the audience. And then we're going to shift on over because we got two artists in one day. The next one has been a part of one of the most platinum selling boy bands there is, and that's As Yet. He's also worked alongside Wanye Morris and Boys to Men.
Dope.
Coming up next, we have Mark Nelson. He's going to be joining us at 4 p.m. So make sure you guys tune in for that interview as well, too. We have some more great guests coming up. So make sure you guys are following Style by Stevie Daytime. All right. So we're going to get into a game called a Rapid Five. And Deontae has to tell me 5 things that he can't live without. And then in the next one is going to be called Turn the Tables. And this is where I allow my guests to ask me questions uncensored and unfiltered. So I don't know what he's going to ask me, but my heart is beating fast. So we're going to start with the Rapid Five first.
You said 5 things that I can't live
You
without.
can't live without.
Faith, family, food, dope vibes, positive vibes only, and just frequency. That's all in tune. Like that's all together.
Powerful. 100%. I love it. All right, fashion dolls. I'm a little bit nervous in this next segment. I have no clue what he's going to ask me, but my heart's beating so
So
fast
I'm
right now.
interviewing you. Okay.
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 It is time to turn those tables. Go ahead, Deontay.
Okay. So we all know that you love interviewing people. Where do you see this platform growing, or what's next for you?
Where do I see this platform going? I see this platform on national television
Hey,
and with my own network, and I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to work hard on it
congrats.
because I want to
Kudos.
see more representation
Mm-hmm.
for women of color in daytime. And the only ones that I see is very few.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, you had Rolanda, you had Queen Latifah, she had her talk show. But it's barely any women of color in daytime TV,
Mm-hmm.
except for Wendy Williams and The Real Daytime and The View. You've got Whoopi Goldberg. So Style by Stevie would be a little bit different. So yeah, would love to have my own network.
Congratulations for you having your own network. You already got it. Congrats to everything you oversee. Again, you're big on manifestation and frequency and having that mindset. So greatness to you. So how does it feel to have your own national network?
It feels great to have a platform where I can have freedom and full
Mm-hmm.
creative control
Mm-hmm.
to, educate people as well too. Shout outs to Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, Nelson J. Davis.
Nelson James. What up, Rose?
Um, how does it feel? It feels great. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, Deontay, it feels overwhelming. Like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, you're wanting to break barriers for more women of color to get into television. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I want to do. Queen Latifah and Rolanda
Dope.
Watts,
Mm-hmm.
all these
Dope.
Monique, we
Peruse.
can't
Yeah.
forget Monique, and other,
Respect.
black women that have been in daytime TV. I said, I
Mm-hmm.
want to be the next. I want to pass the torch on to the next and the
Mm-hmm.
next and next. So
Dope.
that's what I would love to do.
Five people you want to interview now on your national TV show.
Viola Davis is one.
Boom.
Okay. Number 2, Naomi Campbell.
Oh, two.
Number three, um, Shamar Moore.
Okay. Dope.
Number four, Maxwell.
Okay.
Number five, Idris Elba.
Dope takes. Dope taste. Dope taste all around. So yeah, that's major. That's major. So what throw out some questions that you would ask any of them right now.
I would ask them, how does it feel? How does it feel to have it all, to be where you're at,
Mm-hmm.
this, to do it all, to balance it all?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm curious to know. It's everybody has different
Mm-hmm.
ways of handling things and balancing out
Legit.
different things. Like some of them wear a lot of hats. Like Idris, he's a producer, director, writer. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know, how do you balance it all? And you're a family man, you're a husband, so it. Even me, I can relate to that personally, just
Mm-hmm.
being a regular everyday person, like having to wear all of these hats
Mm-hmm.
and balance it out, family
Mm-hmm.
life, and then doing Style by Stevie. So yeah.
Okay. Dope. 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 What how would your show be different too? How do you see your show being different than other platforms?
Well,
Or you don't want to dig too deep. You don't want to drop them gems, huh? Let the cat out the hat.
uh, I think it is different
Mm-hmm.
because I do it with such attitude, and not attitude like, oh well, she acting stink. No,
No.
not like
Yeah.
that. But I would
Mm-hmm.
do it with such
Great.
style
Yeah.
and such
Dope.
grace
Mm-hmm.
and elegance, and I would still keep people like aware, because sometimes the audience can get bored. Even in films, watching films, the audience can get bored and be like, okay, this film is a little bit too long. So what are they going to give? So I love to keep people on the edge of their
Mm-hmm.
seats. There's always a shock factor with me, like, okay, what's she going to wear today? What topics is she going to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that would be it.
Mm-hmm. No, that was those who were on the edge of their seats.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Dope fun. As far as your show, what certain talents do you have other than conducting and interviewing everybody?
Well, I love doing makeup. That's something that people don't know
Makeup.
about me, is I love
Mm,
doing makeup.
dope.
I love doing nails.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always practicing on myself. I'm a beauty girl, for those of you who know. I'm always in hair and makeup. So yes, you can call me my own personal Barbie doll, because I'm always experimenting
Mm-hmm.
with different hair colors and
Mm-hmm.
things. And then sometimes, even for me as a cosmetologist, I consult with other professionals. Like, okay, should I take this
Mm-hmm.
direction with my hair
Legit.
this season?
Mm-hmm.
Or should I take it this
Mm-hmm.
season? What color should I go with? What lip color? Different things
Yeah, that makes
like that.
sense.
I'm
Yeah.
always changing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Switch it up. Switch it up. Designers. I know you're big in fashion, right? But I
Yes.
want to
You must have
hear.
read my mind.
I want to hear. Give me a few designers or any design up and coming designers that you know of or that you would love to co-create with. That you know of, that you already mess with, or is some that you would love to knock out some visions or bring some of your visions to life. Because I know you probably got like a million designs already like cooked up in your own head.
Uh, I would absolutely love to collab with Victoria Beckham. She does it with such sophistication. And shout outs to Fashion Rista. Let me take it back. Fashion Rista, she's in Atlanta. Ladies, please
Hey,
go and check out her pieces. Had to throw that plug out there. Her
got to.
pieces are bodycon.
Hmm.
So if you love those Fashion Nova dresses, I know I've got a ton of them in my closet. You will definitely love Fashion Rista. Follow her. She's in the Atlanta area and it's Black owned. That's
Excellent.
one. Number two would be Victoria Beckham. Number three, if he was still here, and I was devastated at his passing.
Hmm.
You guys know I'm
Mm.
obsessed with wild, outrageous fashion, but I've kind of toned it down now.
Hmm.
Terry Mcguire. Terry Mcguire.
Hmm.
It is something about him, the way his designs are, the way he would just take all of these things from outer space to insects and put them into his designs. Like, he had
Mm.
such a prolific eye when it
Mm.
came to making,
Dope.
he would turn women into goddesses. I have one of his
Hmm.
pieces, and I'm glad to have worn it on
Hmm.
the show.
That's what
So
I
those
love
are
that
my
word goddesses. Like that's what I call my babies, my young goddesses. So that's dope. But yeah, that's dope all around for all of that. Have you designed or have your own pieces customized or designed like bringing your own vision to life, your vision to life or no?
I've never have.
Mm,
And when it comes to fashion, I'm always shopping around, and I'm a vintage chick. I love vintage pieces. So
dope.
I'm always going around to like the little antique stores.
Hmm.
And there's someone that I follow right here on Instagram. I cannot remember his name. He sent me a DM just the
Hmm.
other day. He was like, well, Miss Stevie, look, I found this
Hmm.
in here. And this is vintage Dolce and Gabbana. I'm like, well, man,
Yeah.
I wish I could find something
Oh
like that.
man,
So
dope, dope.
yeah, I love
Vintage.
vintage
Hmm.
pieces, and for me, it's all about classics.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, dope. Vintage. I love 10 music. She's big on vintage. Got that vintage soul. So can't wait to co-create with her as well.
All right, fashion dolls. Any more questions? Because coming up next, we have Mark Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4:01. So, Deontae, is there anything that you would like to tell your followers, your supporters? Because you have such a huge support. So some shout outs to Fashionista
Just
and
thank you.
everyone else.
Just thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, you don't have to. You always have. You don't. You may not always will, but just thank you regardless. You know, again, with this industry and the life we live, it's either you like it, great. If you don't, great. Either way, we can have fun doing it. But definitely huge thanks for it to the ones that continue to support, even though you don't have to. So I appreciate it.
And you're always welcome back to the dollhouse. You and your supporters, y'all are welcome to the dollhouse. Just
Okay.
push that little tiny door on
Hmm.
open. Y'all come on in and get yourself some champagne and wine and sit in these little in this dollhouse.
Look,
And
see,
y'all
look, I would have
good.
hit you with way more questions now, for real, for real. So definitely take you up on our offer. We'll be back.
All right,
Appreciate you for having me.
definitely. You are so welcome. He Say, She Say, which is out right now. Make sure you guys please go and check out the film. And it's on Tubi. And make sure
Not
you guys
yet. It's
check out
coming. It's
Nelson.
coming out the
It's
Tubi.
coming.
Yeah, it's coming out the
Okay.
Tubi. We can say that now. I didn't say it. All right, Tubi. So don't get mad at me. No, I'm just playing. We can say that anyway. We could definitely talk about that. But other platforms definitely we will announce as it drops. So major shout out to everybody, cast crew, everybody on deck with it.
And Nelson also has another project out for my ladies. Make sure you guys please go and check out Ladies Choice. Perfect for Valentine's Day. If you love all the Queens men on BET Plus, you will love Ladies Choice. So
Yeah.
definitely go and check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mark Nelson of the music group As Yet
So.
coming up next. We love you all and thank you all so much for tuning into this interview with the one and only Mr. Deontae Q. Vaughn. It was
Mhm.
such a pleasure having you here.
Appreciate it. Likewise. All
All
right.
right, take
Peace.
care.